So we're going strength.
Strength.
All right, you guys. We're here talking about cycling strength. So as cyclists, strength is equally as important as all those miles you're putting on the bike. And a lot of times having strength training, doing a specific strength training routine specific to cycling and all the muscles you're using in cycling can help you be faster and stronger. You also want to incorporate movements that are different from cycling so you prevent those overuse injuries like IT band syndrome, right? So we're going to run through a series of exercises. This is not an exclusive list. This is just a few that I picked that are important to help prevent those injuries and help you get stronger. So let's get to it. So kettlebell swings are a great exercise to do to strengthen the glutes and the hips. You want to squat down, have a weight that's not too heavy, but you're really pushing and squeezing the glutes at the top and also squeezing your lats back and down and having great posture. It depends on how heavy you're going, but warm-up set of 20 is great. If you want to go heavier, you can do less weight, but great exercise to improve your cycling strength and power. All right, guys, lunges. So remembering to do your lunges in all directions, right? Front lunge, side lunge, reverse lunge. You can even add rotation to these. But lunges are a great all-around exercise, but specifically for cycling, they really strengthen the glutes. So a front lunge, you can improve your posture by putting your arms overhead, or you can grab a dumbbell, right? So you can focus on same leg for 15 reps, or you can do opposite legs. A side lunge, you can do two ways, right? So you can step to the side and bend the leg that you're lunging towards, or you can do it like this, right? This is also considered a side lunge. This is really important for your adductor strength, and believe it or not, you're using so much adductor when you're on the bike, okay? Reverse lunge, a big back step, 90-degree angles, right? I see a lot of athletes doing this in their lunge, and to me, that's incorrect form. You wanna have 90 degrees in the back, 90 degrees in the front. You can use dumbbells for added resistance, or you can put your arms overhead to improve your posture through the movement. You can also make it more dynamic by bringing your knee up and balancing on one leg. When you ride your bike, obviously you're doing everything one-legged, so definitely include those lunges, front, back, and side, and adding some rotation to the back lunge can also be great in opening up your hips. Hear me breathing hard, even with no weight. So strengthening your glutes and your hips is essential for cycling. So hip bridges, you don't need any equipment. You can just lie on the floor. You can add some weight to your stomach. You can add a book or obviously a dumbbell, but you wanna have your knees bent and your feet straight, and you're pushing straight up, squeezing your glutes. Try not to arch your back and go too high. You just wanna stay at neutral and then lower back down. So, 15, 20 reps. If you wanna go heavier, you would do less reps. And then of course, doing them one-legged definitely adds a little bit of difficulty, but it's definitely more cycling specific because we ride one pedal at a time, one pedal stroke at a time. And believe it or not, so many people's glutes and hamstrings are weak from sitting all day. This is a great exercise to include. All right, hamstring curls using the Fitball. Love these. So Ollie's gonna lift her hips up. Good, keep her feet flexed just like they would be on the bike and pull her heels towards her butt. All the way up and all the way out. Let's get 5 or so. These are challenging and you will feel your hamstrings, but this is what allows you to get more power through the back of the pedal stroke, where so many people are very, very weak, okay? So now at the advanced move, rest for a second, is gonna be one-legged. So lift your hips off the floor, good. Pull your right knee into your chest, right knee into the chest, and now pull your left knee, yeah, exactly. You can hold on to the right knee if it's easier for you. Your hands are stabilizing. It's hard, right? So your hands are stabilizing, so let's try that again. Keep your arms by your side, and let's do one-legged. Let's get 5, come on, Ollie. Good, good, good. Switch legs, so straighten out. Good, get settled on the ball. Make sure your feet are straight up and down. Pull your knee to your chest, just like you would be on the bike, right? Good. You will feel these. So I definitely recommend at least one set of 20 a couple times a week, if not 3 sets of 20, to really improve that technique around the pedal stroke. Okay, you would start on the ball, just like your knees on the floor, and then lay your belly on the ball. This is like kind of a hip strengthener for over the top of the pedal stroke, right? You want to walk out far enough that you can flex your feet on top of the ball. That might be a little too far, Ollie. Come back a little bit. There you go. And now you're going to pull your knees to your chest. Good. The idea is to strengthen the hip flexors for the over the top of the pedal stroke, right? These are challenging, and ideally you would build up to be able to do them one-legged as well. All right, guys, getting more stationary and in control of your tri-bike is an important skill to keep you safe, right? So using a fit ball and doing a plank is a great way to practice, right? Making sure your core is strong. Obviously, you're gonna be more in this position, right, on your knees, but if you wanna challenge yourself, you would straighten your legs. And again, try not to hang on your ligaments. And try to go as long as you can, up to a minute, and challenge yourself. You can even do the alphabet, A, B, right, to help challenge yourself. Because when you're in those conditions on the bike and in your aero bars, you know, the wind is hitting you, you're having to tactically maneuver, and having that core stability and strength will help you keep you safe. So this is a great move for cycling strength. All right, so planks are super important, right? But for cycling, you want to actually be able to look down the road. And I see people do this a lot on their bikes, and that's really bad form and puts a lot of pressure on your neck. So you want to remember to push down into your elbows. Think about being your aero bars, your hands in that position, and you're looking down the road, maybe about 20 degrees forward, right? And you're strengthening those muscles. You want to challenge yourself more. You can add footsteps, right? Or you can do moving your hips just like you would be on the bike. You're not completely static on the bike, right? You're moving around sometimes, right? So challenging yourself in this position is essential for being strong in your aero position on the bike. Let your legs help you. Pull your belly button in. Make sure you're not hanging on your ligaments down here, right? So strong through the shoulders, neck, and back. And you should be able to hold this position for at least a minute. So this is your low back strength is so important. I mean, honestly, your whole back needs to be strong to be able to sit on a bike for hours and hours. So this is a new exercise that I learned. I love it. So you're gonna be in this perfectly straight position, your forehead on your hands, and you're gonna extend your legs out to the side, 10, 15, 20, 50 repetitions to get really strong. Then you're gonna do your upper body. Chin in, neutral spine. And then the advanced move is both together, right? Build up to as many as 50 reps for this exercise. It really strengthens your entire spine from the top of your head all the way to your tailbone. All right, guys, strengthening your glute medius is so important to help prevent IT band syndrome on the bike. So your glute medius is the lateral glute muscle or butt muscle. So bringing your knees up to a 90 degree, straightening your top leg and then turning your toes down. You want to lift your leg up and down. You want to keep your leg as straight as possible, and you will feel your butt burning, right? And you want to build up to about 100 reps, maybe 2 or 3 sets on each side. And you want to start with a different leg because this leg on the bottom is actually working to stabilize. Make sure you're not leaning back. So my hips are stacked, my shoulders are stacked, and my head is in a neutral position, right? So building up to 100 reps, maybe 2 or 3 sets, will keep your IT bands very happy and your glutes nice and strong. All right, guys, I see a lot of people pedaling like this. Again, duck syndrome. You have the most power when your feet are straight, okay? So doing calf raises to strengthen your feet in a straight position is really important as you pedal around the pedal stroke in your shoes. Definitely want to be adding some weight here. And if you don't have a lot of flexibility in your ankles, follow my cycling stretch routine to get some extra mobility. But this is mandatory as part of a cycling strength routine. All right, guys, step ups are one of the most essential strengtheners for cycling. It really mimics that push down, obviously, on the pedal stroke, right? So using these with dumbbells is a great idea. You can make it a dynamic movement. You could do a bicep curl at the same time. You can do an overhead press, but the basic move is coming up and swinging your other knee through, right? Just like you do on the bike, right? Focusing on opposite arm, leg movement. This is a great run strength exercise too, but it's really, really great for the bike. Remember to do the equal amount on each side. You might find that one leg is a little harder than the other, but you also might find, my right leg's a little weaker. You might have one leg that's stronger when you look in your Garmin, right? So this is a great way to strengthen. Always do extra repetitions on the weaker leg. So bike step-ups or step-ups on a bench are super important for bike strength. All right, guys, wall squats. You can do them anytime, anywhere. Great strengthener for your entire leg. It can also help align your hips, believe it or not. So when you do a wall squat, you want to have the back of your head touching the wall or the tree, your back touching the tree, your low back touching the tree. You can pull your belly button in if you want to have your low back and spine touching the tree. And relax, right? You want to be at 90-degree angle. Make sure your heels are not too far in. Your chin is in with good posture. And just breathe. Nice deep belly breaths. Ideally, you should be able to hold this position for 2 minutes. A minimum of 2 minutes every single day will greatly improve your strength, specifically to the bike. So you can do these anytime, anywhere, even in a work outfit, right? Don't forget to get your wall squats in. So that's a short list of some great core strengthening exercises. You could include weights in every single one of those, but your form is essential. So if you can't do the exercise with proper form and you're falling all over the place, don't add weight yet, right? Start with just your body weight. Get up to 3 sets of 20 repetitions, and then add some weight, add a kettlebell, add some dumbbells, and challenge yourself in that way. And you will see your performance on the bike improve, and your body will thank you because you're not getting injured from the overuse position of your aero position or your cycling position for hours on the bike. All right, you guys, happy training. Please share and like and subscribe, and I hope to see you out there on the road. Happy training.